All right, welcome back, everybody. What's going on? Podcasting.
Chill.
The wonderful and amazing Christopher Bernard.
The always incredible, insightful Neil Quinto. How you doing, buddy?
Yes, great to see you, buddy.
It is always good to see you. You looking good. I'm looking rough. You looking good. COVID is nice to you.
Yeah. So, like I said to you, I'm trying not to cut my hair too often because I don't want to not go back to my barber. It's such a good dude. Guys over at iFresh and my boy T. And so it's a hookup. And I'm like, man, well, I'm getting confidence like doing it. I'm like, no, I'm not lining it up or nothing. But it just makes
just going for it.
I don't want to go Amazon. That's all. So.
But you know what? This is the perfect time to do some manscaping. But I've decided I've never let myself grow this much hair ever. So I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity. So I just have to kind of go with it.
It's looking all right. You might end up with some kind of a hairstyle after.
This is.
See, that was my thing. Like when I was in high school, I always shaved my head because I didn't know how my hair would be. Like. It was straight hair, so it's like, how am I going to grow this? I didn't want the.
I would have never guessed
stereotypical cut.
I would have never guessed.
Oh yeah, right.
No, I thought for sure you would have been like, no, you styled it. It was always styled and like put together.
Oh, back at that time, yeah, no. Yeah. This is a very and just when you're playing sports, you just want what's easy, right? So
fair enough. Yes.
So speaking of Amazon and the jungle or the wild, well, not quite a jungle, but I've been really enjoying Ozark.
Nice. How far? You're in season 3 now, episode 2.
Yes. I would say completed episode 2 for sure. Sometimes what we do is we finish an episode, and if it's not quite late, we start the next one just to get our fangs. So and then we shut it off. I'm like, okay, good.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's discipline.
That's really good. I can't do that. I'm like, I can't go to bed unanswered questions like that. That doesn't. I need to know.
Full disclosure, we're totally gonna have spoiler alerts here, and so if you guys haven't caught up to the 3rd season, or if you haven't seen it yet, it's a terrific. Netflix series starring Jason Bateman as Marty Bird.
Marty Bird.
Yes. And Laura Linney is his wife, Wendy Bird. And right, he's like an accountant. He's a fixer, and they wash money for the Mexican cartels.
That's right. And it's like a lot of people would say like it's equivalent to Breaking Bad, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because he's always the smartest man in the room, and then he's got like the sidekick who's also very smart and up and coming and learning. Right. So it's that storyline. But I would say this is more family friendly.
Right. Yeah, because that was the underlying theme in the narrative, is that they're like a family with their issues, but they come together under like a very trying time because they're displaced. They're from Chicago. His business partner, so they had like a financial services company. They had a chance meeting with a Mexican cartel, get into an agreement, basically recruited to wash the money. And Marty's partner was cheating the cartel, and he got caught. But Marty's life was spared because by chance he had that pamphlet of the Ozarks, which is like a recreational lake destination in Missouri, and there's plenty of businesses there where they could continue to wash money. And so right from that pilot to the first couple episodes, I'm like, this is a kind of almost like Suits. Did you ever watch Suits?
I did. I didn't stay to the end, but yeah, I watched Suits.
Yeah, we fell off like way into maybe 6th or 7th season, but it's that constant like challenge is overcome by like a chance miracle. You could easily roll your eyes at every they're never gonna get out of this, but you're intrigued at how they do it. So I wanted to ask you, as a technical thing, How do writers do that? Do they have to begin with the end in mind and work backwards and create little like?
Actually, that is exactly.
I don't know, because how do you come up with that all the time?
In story rooms, in story meetings, when they map out an entire season, and after they map out the character arc over an entire season, they break it down per episode. So character arcs per episode, right?
Yeah.
So they know.
Makes sense.
At the very end, before anything is even shot, what's happening with Marty Bird from day one to the final last scene, right? First scene and last scene. It's all mapped out. It's really cool.
Okay, and then that's how they tie it all in.
Yes. Like, it's crazy to see some of those storyboards with the 3x5 index cards of each episode, each character, where characters cross. It's just this crazy ass like play, basically, like this playbook, right? Like, just you get to see everything before it actually materialized. But shooting, there's always some sort of not always, but sometimes there's something that changes something in the script. So the script process is finite before anything, because it can't really go back to locations and blah blah blah. So it's all
true. Yeah, I mean, he gets a credit as a directorial credit, but apparently he only did for the first and second, and then maybe the last of the first season. Like, it just got too hectic, too busy, too much to manage.
Yeah.
So certainly they've been nominated for Academy Awards. Him for Best Actor, and actually, I want to pull this up. This character I don't particularly like, but it's a testament to her acting, and that's Julia Garner as Ruth
Langmore.
The Langmores. So the other sideline story is, they become involved with like the local hillbilly redneck characters, and they're ambitious themselves, and they play central roles. And Julia Garner, who plays Ruth Langmore, she works with him. Her original plan was to learn how to wash money too, and she wanted to kill him, right?
Right, that's right.
FBI stepped in and actually stopped it because he had an ambitious FBI agent.
Yeah.
He must at all costs redeem himself, right? He's trying to redeem himself.
Yeah.
Learning from you, bro.
That's right. Now, my question is, how come you do not like Ruth Langmore? She's like one of my favorite characters.
Is she? Okay. Hilarious, because, all right, I gotta, I have to profess that when someone makes you feel something like that I'm like, every time their storyline comes up, I roll my eyes, and my wife's like, just come on, you have to have something else aside from words, right? And you have to give her credit, because if she's making you feel that, like, she's doing a good job. And like, I mean, you're right. So she's really, she's really trashy. She's got like, I'm okay with language, but like, she just like overdoes the swearing. And her allegiance, her loyalty to her dad was in prison, and she's trying to, like, they are a trailer park, literally trailer park family, and she's trying to come into some money so that she can save the family.
Yeah.
And she goes and visits her dad once in a while, and she shares the story of this Marty Bird guy, and I'm going to steal his money and learn and what have you. And he's so terrible to her, and she's so loyal to him. And I'm just like, oh, well, I don't get it. And so she just makes me very aggravated. That was one of my points, as a testament to her acting. So how about you? You like her?
I do, and I like her story. I think that her story is that, above all else, she wants the love and affection from her dad, and she just gets none of it. Like, no matter, she's actually smarter than her dad. Her dad hates her for it.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
And so Marty becomes this father figure, and so she's torn.
I did think of
loyalty, because, like, this is my family, but that has treated me so bad. But then the stranger, like, it's that story, and then she just wants to be her own boss. She doesn't want to be controlled by anybody. It's kind of like, wow, and I get it. Like the swearing sometimes is like, oh, like it's
that to me is that just the overacting part.
I get it. Yes, I get it.
And she does this tough guy act with everybody, and I'm like, whatever. Don't think you'd really do that. But anyways, that's part of her shtick.
It's her shtick. That's right.
Without going over time, we got 2 minutes here. The interplay now between Wendy and the lawyer. I wanted to quickly talk about that because the female lawyer for the cartel, who kind of guides and pushes the birds to do what they're doing. They're closer now, and now they made her more human by introducing her family. And then the other one I want you to comment on is Wendy has become more ambitious than Marty. In season 3. Like she's the lead, right?
Yes, they got strong female leads, right? You got the
super strong,
lawyer, who's a strong, she represents the cartel, so she has to come in strong. And then you have Wendy, who's equally as strong. And then you just need someone for her to play off of that's equally as strong. And it can't be a dude because, like, that'd be Marty, right? It'd be like, it can't be. It has to be a woman, and she needs to be as strong, right?
Yeah. And it shows how equally manipulative Wendy is, who in her background on the show is she had done some political campaignings. So she's very used to the gerrymandering and, reminding me very much of House of Cards.
That's right, yes. What's interesting is that Marty and Wendy's approaches are very different, and it creates that conflict. But at the core, they both are wanting to save the family. Her by going deeper, him by like pulling back. Just like, classic. Yeah. So good.
So part 2, they pull off basically the impossible, and they manipulate the state government to issue them a casino license. And now they're battling the local Kansas City mafia. They've had to overcome limitations of legislation, so they manage that. Now so this is where Marty wants to calm down and then exit, and then Wendy is like, the more we get more legitimate and then now the plan is like overtake another casino. So that's where we're at.
Yes, you are in a very pivotal point that it's very exciting.
Yeah, that hit me out of like, out of nowhere, like another casino.
Yes, they just had to give him some business financial problems that Marty has to solve, right? Like it's just like you said, you get the setup, you get into that habit, right? You get into that thing, you're like, of course he's gonna figure this out. And
so, is it 2 thumbs up for you?
Still 2 thumbs up. I still love it.
It's not a waste of time. You can text and watch. So that's my criterion. But if I can add, suspension of disbelief. That's the next category. Is it overboard for you? Like I said, it turned out to be very much like a show that I'm like, they're going to overcome so many things. It would be too ridiculous, but it hasn't where I thought it would. So that's where my 2 thumbs up is solidified.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, they definitely got me. They definitely
stretch for you, where it's believable and you roll with it.
Yes, it's still believable for me because I've had experience working in a casino, which is really interesting. But it's interesting when they shoot things in the casino, like that would never happen because of security or this. Those parts, I'm like, but I get what they're doing, and so I can suspend my disbelief and go, I get what you're going for, and for the sake of time and storytelling, you gotta fold the story and make it believable.
Lazy writing.
Well, this is the thing. If you had a lot of the conversations they have on the floor, it's like that conversation would be had behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Not on the floor. And so that sticks out to me. I'm like, but that's a different show, right? That'd be like a street league or one of those serious dramas. But this isn't it. This is fun.
I guess. Yeah. Okay, check it out, guys. Netflix. Ozark released, I think, March 27th, season 3. So check it out. Jason Bateman, Laura Linney. Terrific show. And I believe the director actually directed The Accountant. So very, like, you can see the parallels. And one last thing I think I want to mention is I thought I wasn't going to like season 3 as much because you could instantly see, like, season 1, season 2, very dark, ominous. Like, even the lighting was always very, like, shadows, a lot of scenes, a lot of dialogue in the dark. Now it's like they have a budget and, like, they improve the cameras and lighting, and it's like this. It's like, oh, all of a sudden, oh, is it really?
They got money.
I don't like that. It's too dreamy, too fake. I thought like the first 2 seasons I felt like more grainy and edgy.
Yeah. Sometimes things can get overproduced with that budget. It's like but
thank you. That's it.
It's tough.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for watching us. The Podcast and Chill show. The Podcast and Chill podcast. Yeah.
The Podcast and Chill show. The best, podcast you've never heard about
until now. What more can you ask for? My amazing, the maniac, the brainiac, Christopher Bernard.
There goes and the incomparable, always hilarious, insightful Neil Quinto.
Thank you guys very much for watching, listening. Please subscribe, like, and leave us your comments, okay? Thank you very much. Have a good night. We'll back with another segment. Love you guys. Take care.